and welcome to Teeny Tiny Kitchen Cooking. Today we're going to be making spaghetti and meatballs. Mamma mia! So we're going to start with making our sauce for the meatballs. This onion is meant to be a tiny onion, but you can see it's a little bit bigger than tiny. And that is because my husband, he went off to 3 different shops and he could not find a teeny tiny onion. 12 cents of onion I'm holding in my hands here. So we're going to saute some onion and we're going to saute some garlic. Okay, I think that will be enough onion for our sauce to begin with. We don't want an onion sauce, we want a tomato sauce. Very stressful. Because we're making such teeny tiny food, we don't want big chunky bits of onion and chunky bits of garlic. And then what we're going to do is we're going to get some garlic, but what I'm going to do with the garlic, instead of mincing it like with the tiny little blunt cleaver, we're actually going to grate it. We're going to use our really fine little grater here. Perfect. So we've got in here our onion and then we've got our minced garlic as well. And you'll notice even though I'm putting them in the same bowl, I'm keeping them nice and separate because when you start to fry everything or saute everything, you do not want to immediately saute the garlic with the onion, otherwise the garlic will burn. So you want to get your onion in first. So we're just chopping up our teeny tiny little tomatoes. And we're making our sauce first because we want the sauce to reduce and thicken a little bit so that when we add our meatballs into it, it's really nice and rich and thick and all the flavors are really combined very nicely. Okay, so now we're going to start cooking our sauce and we're going to create a nice little reduction. First, we're going to get our teeny tiny nut. Not much. Okay, it was too hot today. I did it last week. Ooh, my finger got a little bit burnt. Okay, maybe we're going to do it like this. Okay, ready, set. Gee, did my fingers get bigger since last week? Crikey peeps. Oh, my little fingers, my little fingers. Okay, so we've got our flame and I've still got 10 fingers, it's okay. And we're bringing down our nice little cast iron skillet today. And we're going to get this little guy toasty, get him nice and hot so we can start sauteing our onion and our garlic and the flavors and the smells. Oh, they're going to be delicious. Okay, so our skillet is really nice and hot now. So we're just going to put a little bit in here. It is definitely nice and hot. So we're going to put about, oh, there we go. That's what we're talking about. Now I'm reserving a small amount of the onion here for our meatballs. Oh, this is cute. I don't know who got me this teeny tiny skillet. Might have been my mum actually many years ago. But oh my gosh, it's so cute. We better put our garlic in now. We're just starting to caramelize that. And similar to like what I said before, I'm saving a bit of the garlic for the meatballs as well. So we're just going to put that over there and we're just going to get this happening. Now that's good. You can smell the garlic and the onion. Now what we want to do is we want to jump in and get those tomatoes in. Beautiful. And mix them all together. That's going to be nice. It's going to come together beautifully. We're also going to add, so I like to use a mixture of fresh tomatoes and also a little bit of tomato passata. They obviously don't sell this in teeny tiny version, so I got a big bottle and just taking a little bit out. But that'll be a nice amount, I think, to add in there. And mix him around a little bit as well. And we're just going to wait for this to like really come together and reduce. It's going to be really beautiful. But we've also got to season it a little bit. So we're going to put a tiny little bit of salt in, of course. Looks good. And then I'm going to put a tiny little bit of sugar in. I think it was my dad that first taught me about putting sugar in like a tomato based thing, because the sugar just brings out a little bit of extra flavour from the tomato. And you really notice it if you don't have it actually. Probably everybody's got their own opinions on this, but I like to have thyme, and also in my meatballs. These are just some dried thyme leaves. I find it's very strong, so you don't want too much. That's probably just enough for that little dish. And then the other thing we need is the little brother of salt, just some pepper. Just a tiny little bit of pepper. I always think of salt and pepper as like salt's the sister and pepper's the brother. I don't know why. So the other thing that I like to put in my sauce is just a little bit of concentrated tomato paste as well. We might just put a bit more tomato passata in. That'll give it a little bit more liquid. Oh, yum, that is tasting delicious. All right, so we'll just let that reduce just a little bit more. And then now what we're gonna do is we're gonna move on to making our meatballs. What we've got here is we've obviously got some beef mince. So we'll just get that and we'll pop it in our bowl. And then what we're gonna do is we're going to season it with a little bit of salt. I'm going to put a little bit of pepper in as well. There we go. So breadcrumbs we often add to meatballs because they add a little bit of softness to the meat, and they give the meatballs a really nice mouth texture. So we're going to pop our onion in here, and we're going to put that tiny little bit of garlic from before. And we're also going to pop a tiny little bit of thyme in here. This is tough because the thyme leaves are a bit big. And then we are going to mix these together. I'm actually going to put a tiny little bit of oil in. That'll give us a little bit of moisture. I really want to try and get everything mixed together nicely, so that we get good flavour in each of the meatballs. And we've got everything really finely diced so that when we make our meatballs, hopefully it won't be, oh, one onion meatball, oh, one meat meatball, oh, one thyme meatball. They'll be just a perfect flavour combo.
One meat meatball.
Okay, so now what we're going to be doing is we're going to be making our teeny tiny little meatballs. Each meatball I think should be about this little big. This little big. And we're just gonna make him like this. Got to get a nice little round shape to this meatball. Oh, isn't he cute? Okay, one little meatball. And then 2 little meatballs. Yep, these are great little meatballs. Look at them. Hello, little meatball. Oh my gosh, I love these little guys. And here's our final little meatball. That's going to be plenty for our teeny tiny dish. Oh, look at our little meatballs. Hello, little guys. Hello. Okay, so now that we've made our little meatballs, what we're going to do is we're going to brown them in the wok first. And what that does is that just seals the outside of the meatball. Because if you just put the meatballs straight in the, hold on, here comes the olive oil. Ah, little bubbles. If you just put the meatballs straight in the sauce, they'll sort of stew. And we don't want that. That's going to be disgusting. So we'll just get our wok nice and hot. And you ready for the sizzle? Ah, here they come. Oh, look at the little guys. They're going to take like 5 seconds to brown. So you just want to basically seal the outside. That's all you're doing, right? And then what you're going to do, oh my gosh, it's so cute. Oh, little guys. Look at you. Oh, man. Okay, so they're perfect now. That's all we needed to do. So we're just going to take our little wok off for a second. And we're going to bring back our sauce. And we're going to pop him back on the heat. And then what we're going to do is we're going to take our little baby meatballs and we're going to pop them in here. And they'll do the rest of their cooking in there. Okay? So that's how we do this. So then we're just going to mix him in there. Oh, look at him. They're so cute. And then, yeah, they'll just cook through in the sauce, which won't take very long because this is the teeny tiny cooking. So we'll just let that sit for a little bit and it'll cook through. Once we get a bit of heat in that, which we'll be able to see once we start to get a bit of bubbling action going on, then what I'll do is I'll take that off and I'll put some foil over it, and that'll keep the heat in there and keep them cooking a little bit whilst I cook our spaghetti. And guys, because I love surprises, there's actually a surprise coming at the end of the video. And I bet you think, look, I've seen all the Teeny Tiny Kitchen Kooking videos and I know what the surprise is going to be at the end. But you don't. You really don't. So stay tuned. I'll try to have lots of surprises. Okay, so there's enough heat in this little guy now. So I'm just going to get the foil on top. And just take him and pop him up here. Okay, so now we're actually going to be getting our spaghetti ready for our spaghetti and meatballs. So we've got our little saucepan. We're going to make sure we salt our water really well. Really salt up that water. And then once that's boiling, we're going to pop our little spaghetti in. Okay, we're coming to a boil now. It's very interesting cooking this spaghetti in this pot. I feel like the pot is not quite deep enough. Oh no, it might work. It might work. Well, let's hope it works. I think that's enough spaghetti. Okay, so our spaghetti's starting to look really good. We're just gonna check. Oh yeah, that's nice. So what we're gonna do now is we're going to drain off our spaghetti. And then we're gonna transfer him to our plate, which looks pretty cool actually. Just gonna make him look a little bit pretty. And what we're gonna do, oh my gosh, so cute. What we're gonna do is we're just gonna take a little bit of this pasta water and we're just gonna pop him in the sauce just to loosen the sauce up. And then what we're gonna do is we're gonna get our little baby meatballs out! So cute. So cute. Our little meatball. Oh, little guys. Oh, they think you're going to be delicious. And so we've got about 6 little meatballs. Maybe we'll put 7. Feels like a good number. And then, of course, guys, you can't have spaghetti and meatballs without just a little bit of cheese. We'll take some cheese and we'll sprinkle him on. Oh, delicious. Oh my gosh, it's gonna be so good. Okay, and then guys, obviously when you're having Italian food, you can't not have a little drop of red with it. So they say. I don't drink, so it's actually cranberry juice. Shh, don't tell anyone. And here we have it, guys. Our teeny tiny spaghetti and meatballs with a little drop of red. Delicious. I did promise you a surprise, and oh my gosh, here is the surprise. So, previous videos, regular size things and smaller versions. This video, teeny tiny meatballs and itsy bitsy teeny tiny meatballs. Okay guys, look how cute it is. Alright, so this is our regular size meatball over here. Let's grab him. Okay, what regular size? Here's our teeny tiny meatball. Okay, he fits in this teeny tiny spoon. And then what we've got is a teeny tiny itsy bitsy teeny tiny meatball. Look. Oh my gosh. If that's not the cutest thing you've ever seen in your life, I mean, I don't know what is. Okay, I'm gonna taste the itsy bitsy teeny tiny meatball first. Delicious. You can taste the thyme, a little bit of salt. That's seasoned very well. And now, oh, that wasn't quite enough to fill me up. I'll have to eat this teeny tiny meatball. You can tell he's been sitting in the sauce a bit longer, and we've got some Operation Marination going on. Here we have it, guys. Oh, the teeny tiny, itsy bitsy teeny tiny spaghetti and meatballs. So here we have it, our itsy bitsy teeny tiny spaghetti and meatballs right next to our teeny tiny spaghetti and meatballs. And then one more surprise, everybody. Oh, regular size meatballs. See ya! Secret bit at the end. What is this? Little meatballs! Holy moly! Oh my gosh! Okay, shh, this is coming at the end of the video. This is the surprise. Oh my gosh!